Hello, my dear friends. I hope this message finds you in good health and spirits. Today, I want to talk about something that we, as we get older, all experience in one way or another, but often fail to acknowledge until it's too late. As time goes by, many of us begin to withdraw from the social world we once easily navigated. This doesn't happen in a dramatic, sudden way. It's a slow, gradual retreat. You may find yourself turning down invitations, feeling more comfortable staying at home, or just not reaching out to those you used to connect with. It's easy to think that it's just a part of aging, that it's simply because you're tired or busy or even forgetful. But the truth runs deeper than that. This change is psychological, emotional, and sometimes even existential. If we don't recognize this shift for what it is, we might wake up one day feeling profoundly isolated and even more dangerously resentful of that isolation. Today, I want to share with you 6 reasons why this happens to many people over the age of 70, and I hope that by the end of this conversation, you'll recognize some of these truths in yourself or in those around you. This is not just a conversation about why we stop visiting others. It's about understanding the bigger picture of what happens as we age and how we can prevent ourselves from becoming lost in it. Let's dive in. Number 1. Declining health and mobility, the silent barriers. As we grow older, it's easy to overlook the gradual changes in our health and mobility. You might not notice them right away. Perhaps it's a slight stiffness in your knees after a long walk or a sharp ache in your back when you bend down to tie your shoes. But these subtle signs can eventually add up, and one day, you may find yourself unable to do things you once took for granted. You might have once enjoyed walking through your neighborhood with ease, greeting neighbors along the way. But now that same walk might leave you feeling winded or in pain, leaving you longing for the days when your body seemed to move without effort. You might have always been able to jump into your car and visit friends or go to the grocery store with no trouble. But now, even the thought of driving feels daunting. You may start to question whether it's worth the effort to go out at all. Does this sound familiar? It happens to many of us as we age. And the reality is that 80% of adults over the age of 70 are living with at least one chronic health condition. Conditions like arthritis, diabetes, or heart disease, all of which affect our mobility and energy. These issues make it harder to perform simple daily tasks, bending down to pick something up, climbing stairs, or even getting out of a chair without assistance. And while the physical toll is one part of it, the emotional side is often even more difficult. The awareness that you can no longer do the things you once loved can weigh heavily on the heart and mind. Moreover, as our mobility decreases, transportation becomes an even bigger challenge. According to the National Aging and Disability Transportation Center, 21% of adults over the age of 65 do not drive. This means that even simple activities, such as visiting family or attending community events, can feel like insurmountable tasks. The very thing that once gave us freedom, our ability to drive, can become a barrier to staying socially connected. But here's the thing. These challenges do not have to lead to isolation. Yes, you may need to adjust the way you approach your daily life, but that doesn't mean you can't still be active, social, and connected. There are numerous options to help you stay engaged, even with physical limitations. Local senior programs and rideshare services for older adults can make a world of difference. And if you're not able to go out as much, technology can allow you to stay connected with loved ones through video calls or social media. You can still have a rich social life, even if it means adapting to new ways of connecting. Number 2. Emotional strain from loss. The weight of missing pieces. With age comes the inevitability of loss. It's part of the human experience. You lose friends who pass away, family members who drift apart, and even places you once held dear that change beyond recognition. It's a difficult truth, but one that we must come to terms with. Maybe you remember holidays spent in the same family home, sharing laughter and stories, only to return years later and find that house gone, replaced by something unfamiliar. Or perhaps there's a cherished friend from years gone by who's no longer with us. These moments of loss can leave a gaping hole in your heart, making socializing feel like an impossible task. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, reports that 1 in 4 adults over the age of 65 experiences loneliness, a condition that can lead to depression, anxiety, and even physical ailments such as high blood pressure or cognitive decline. It's hard to reach out to others when you're constantly reminded of what you've lost. Each interaction may feel like a reminder that the people you once shared your life with are no longer there. And sometimes it's easier to retreat into solitude rather than face the painful void left by loss. However, while loss is real, so too is the potential for new connections. The past will always hold a special place in your heart, but there's still room for new relationships, new joys, and new experiences. It may feel uncomfortable or even daunting at first, but reaching out to others, whether through a support group, volunteering, or even participating in intergenerational activities, can help fill that void. New friendships, fresh experiences, and even small moments of connection can reignite a sense of purpose and belonging in your life. These new connections don't replace the ones you've lost, but they can bring warmth and support that help you move forward. Life has a beautiful way of presenting us with new opportunities, even when it seems like everything is changing. So, what might it look like for you to step out and meet someone new, or to find joy in a new hobby that connects you with others? The future is still full of potential, and by opening your heart to new relationships, you can begin to fill the spaces left by the past. Number 3. Fear of being a burden, a common misconception. It's something that many of us think about, but we rarely talk about out loud. The fear of becoming a burden. How many times have you thought, I don't want to bother anyone? Or, my children have enough on their plates, I don't want to add to their stress? This fear is completely natural, especially for those of us who have lived most of our lives being independent and self-sufficient. We've always prided ourselves on being capable, on handling things ourselves. But as we age, asking for help or reaching out can sometimes feel like we're imposing on others. However, there's a misconception here that needs to be addressed. Research from AARP reveals that many family members actually want to stay connected with their older relatives, but they might be unsure if you need or want to hear from them. So, what happens? Both sides wait for the other to take the first step, leaving everyone feeling disconnected. Your family may not be reaching out because they assume you're fine, and you might not reach out because you don't want to be a burden. But here's the truth. Your presence is not a burden. It's a gift. You bring value simply by being a part of someone's life. Your family, friends, and loved ones cherish your company, your stories, your wisdom. Reaching out doesn't impose on them. It enriches their lives too. When you reach out, you're offering a moment of connection, a reminder that you're still here, still interested, and still a part of their world. This is not a burden, but a beautiful opportunity for both you and your loved ones to share time and experiences together. So, the next time you hesitate to pick up the phone or send a message, remember that your presence is welcomed, not an inconvenience. The people who love you want to hear from you, and by reaching out, you're giving them the chance to connect with you. In fact, they may be just as eager to hear from you as you are to hear from them. Number 4. Communication barriers, the changing landscape of conversation. Have you ever found yourself in a conversation with younger people, only to feel completely out of sync? Maybe they're using slang terms you don't understand, talking so fast you can barely keep up, or referencing technology or social media platforms that you've never used. It's as though they're speaking a different language altogether. This is a common experience as communication styles evolve over time, and it can leave you feeling frustrated, disconnected, and even isolated. It's no surprise. A study by the Pew Research Center reveals that 85% of older adults feel that technology has drastically changed the way people communicate, often making face-to-face interactions feel stilted or even awkward. The once familiar rhythm of in-person conversations, where we could share stories and laugh together, has been replaced by rapid-fire texts, images, and hashtags that seem to leave little room for the depth of traditional communication. But here's the thing. Your experience and wisdom are invaluable. Sure, the language may have changed, but people still crave meaningful conversations. They long for stories that come with history, personal experiences, and the deep insights that only time can provide. These are the moments that truly make a conversation memorable, long after the latest trend fades away. Engaging with younger generations offers a unique opportunity to bridge this gap. You might find that you have just as much to teach them as they have to teach you. Whether it's sharing your life lessons, talking about experiences from a different era, or offering a fresh perspective, you bring something irreplaceable to the table. And don't forget, this is a two-way street. If you're willing to listen and learn, the younger generation will likely appreciate hearing stories from a time they never knew. It's all about finding common ground, no matter how different the language may seem. Number 5. Psychological impact of depression, the hidden force behind isolation. Depression is one of the most misunderstood health issues among older adults. It's often dismissed as just part of aging, or seen as something that can't be helped. However, the truth is far more complex. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, NIMH, more than 6 million Americans over the age of 65 experience depression, but only a small percentage seek help. Symptoms of depression, such as fatigue, lack of interest in activities you once enjoyed, or changes in appetite, can make it feel as though you're stuck in a constant state of withdrawal from the world around you. This isolation is more than just emotionally draining. It can be physically harmful. Studies show that prolonged loneliness and depression can have an impact on your physical health, even increasing the risk of heart disease and cognitive decline. In fact, research suggests that loneliness can be as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. This means that by withdrawing from social interactions, you might be unintentionally accelerating health problems. But here's an important truth. You don't have to navigate depression alone. Recognizing the signs, whether in yourself or a loved one, is the first step toward healing. Seeking help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a powerful act of self-care. Whether it's talking to a doctor, joining a support group, or even taking part in a local activity or hobby, reaching out to others can help combat the isolation and loneliness that depression often breeds. Remember, small daily interactions, like talking to a neighbor, spending time with a friend, or engaging in light social activities, can make a world of difference in lifting your mood and improving your mental health. Number 6. Societal and familial dynamics, the changing role of older adults. In past generations, older adults were the backbone of family and community life. They were the storytellers, the wise ones, the people whose experience and wisdom shaped the decisions of younger generations. But in today's world, things have changed. Work cultures have shifted, families are more mobile, and technology has transformed the way we interact with each other. As a result, many older adults feel like they've been pushed to the sidelines, with their roles and contributions overlooked or undervalued. According to the United States Census Bureau, nearly 28% of adults over the age of 65 live alone, and that number is expected to grow in the coming years. As children move away for work or other opportunities, and families become busier, it can create a sense of disconnection and loneliness for seniors. Even within families, technology can sometimes create barriers to communication, with younger members preferring digital interactions over face-to-face visits. However, there's an essential truth that can't be ignored. Your value does not diminish with age. Your experiences, wisdom, and the stories you've lived are treasures that can still impact and shape the world around you. Whether it's through volunteering, mentoring, or simply staying connected with your family, your presence matters deeply. You are an irreplaceable part of the fabric of your family and community. Even if physical distance or technology creates a sense of separation, there are still countless ways to stay involved. A simple phone call, a handwritten letter, or even sharing advice over a video chat can reaffirm your place in the world. And beyond that, many organizations are offering opportunities for older adults to get involved in their communities, from teaching skills to younger generations to mentoring youth or offering guidance in local programs. Your role as a guide, a mentor, or simply as a listener has never been more important. Your life experiences are a source of strength, and by staying connected and engaged, you can continue to shape the future while enriching your own life with the bonds you maintain. As we journey through life, the challenges of aging may seem overwhelming at times. But remember, these challenges do not define us. They are simply part of our ongoing story. Each of us carries a lifetime of experiences, lessons, and wisdom. And even as our health may change, our capacity for connection, love, and growth is still very much alive. So, take a moment to reflect. Think about the people you hold dear, the conversations you've yet to have, and the experiences still waiting for you. There's always a way to stay engaged, whether through technology, community, or simply reaching out to someone who needs your voice and presence. If this video resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with someone who might benefit, or hit that like button to let me know we're on the same page. And don't forget to subscribe. Let's keep talking, sharing, and growing together. Because, no matter what, you're never truly alone.